Hey guys, Declan Plays HD here, and today I'm going to be doing a play review on none other than Team of the Year, Cristiano Ronaldo. As you can see here when I load up the team that we've got in front of us, Cristiano Ronaldo is right there, 98 rated. I threw an engine card on him because I looked on a website called Footbin, where we'll actually have a look in a moment just to see why I've actually put this card on. But as you can see from the stats in front of us, it's quite clear that where the areas the engine card's been applied, it just boosts the card. Even though it's 98 rated, it's essentially just made it 99 rated. It's on the base card of itself, it's put the pace up by 2, dribbling up by 2 and passing up by 2. The overall card itself will be now 98 pace from the 96, 98 dribbling, almost so even 99 pace, because it's maxed out on the acceleration and sprint speed now, so he can't really get any better than that. It's now going to be 91 passing as well. He's already got 98 shooting and 88 physical. So the card as a whole on every department has got practically maxed out. The only areas that aren't is basically up in the 90s anyway, bar the defending of course, because that's not his job. The plus that you can see in the areas are actually the add-ons that you've got to take into effect when you add a chemistry style. So yeah, as I said before, he's now got 99 acceleration with 99 sprint speed, he's now got 95 vision, 99 crossing, 95 short pass, 90 long pass, 99 curve, 99 agility, 90 balance and 99 dribbling. There's 99 all over the park in the shooting and physical, but the main thing is this is a review on that one player. This team that's around him, as you can see, it's not an expensive team. It's more so because this is just a Road to Glory account that my brother's got. The card itself is untradeable, so he has got him for the rest of FIFA, which is quite fun. I've got the normal one, which is also untradeable, so I've got one myself, but of course this is the one that all of the YouTubers and Twitch streamers are all trying to chase at the moment. Managed to get my hands on him for even a bit of time, just to get a bit of a player review, so that you guys out there can get a little bit of a taste as to what you'd expect if you either got your hands on this card or if you're just hyped around Team of the Year, because I know we all are. Everyone that is involved in FIFA, we do love a good Team of the Year, Team of the Season and a few other promotions, but this is obviously the main one for the moment. Another thing before we move forward is that he's got 5-star skill moves and he's on a higher low work rate and he's also 6'2", so that means that he's going to be able to win most headers, especially because the attributes that we see in there, his jumping's 99 and his head accuracy is basically 99 as well, if I'm right. Yes, it's 99. So what I'll do is I'm going to load up on footbin.com, the FIFA website, to see basically everything Ultimate Team. It's also got career mode options on there as well, but I'm going to load up Ronaldo's page, explain to you even further why I've picked an engine card, and talk to you a little bit about his price. So as you can see here, he's currently 8.5 million on PlayStation and 6.7 million on the Xbox. He's probably gonna go down a touch, and by a touch I mean he could go down to around 7.57 million when the whole team comes out and they become 0.01% more in favor of the packs that you open. So you know, there's always a small chance, bigger in terms of the chances, but it's going to still be very slim anyway. As you can see as we scroll down, the reason why I've put an engine on him is because that's the preferred pick. So 203 votes compared to all these other ones that well, 287% of 203 have picked an engine card, because that just boosts the stats up to 99 and basically everything that you need it to be. So when you compare the normal Ronaldo to the 98, there's a lot of pluses. So from his normal card, which was 89 pace, it's now got 96 pace. 93 shooting's now gone up to 98, 89 passing on the Team of the Year card, which was originally 81 passing, 89 dribbling compared to the now 96, even the defending's went up from 35 to 44, and his physical's gone from 77, which is now 88. That's crazy. It's one of them cards that if you've got him throughout the whole of FIFA. He's just an end game card that is just there from January onwards, which is amazing. It's always like that with Team of the Year, but it's just nice to know that we've got them options there. Although not many of us can afford it, it's still nice to have something to aim for. If you don't want a legend or an icon, then you can always get a legend that's still playing football. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a few clips of him. Already got 3 games with 8 goals from when my brother played with him last night, but I'm going to get a few clips myself with just the recording. I'm going to give an overall verdict after I've finished on the recording, give him a star rating out of 5, tell you where his strengths and weaknesses are, and that'll basically wrap up the review. So it'll be like 10 seconds on the video, if not even 1 second, but for me it'll be about an hour. So I'm going to have a little bit of fun with this card, and I'll come back and tell you what I think of it.
And unable to keep the ball. Cristiano Ronaldo in with a chance. Oh, and
So just finished up now with the Ronaldo player review. Well, the playing in game with him anyway. I'm going to give you a bit of an overall verdict now of what I thought about the card. So I'm going to start off with the first stat, which is of course going to be down to the pace. Having the engine card on Ronaldo, obviously he already had 96 pace anyway, but putting it up to the max pace 99, he was just like lightning. The thing that I struggled with when I used the normal Ronaldo is his late game stamina, which can of course then affect the pace as to how quick he's being able to run past defenders, get to the end line, and he managed to do it with ease. No matter what minute, from minute 1 to minute 90, he he was rapid. I did play one game against two people, so like they were co-op, and he just ruined them. I won the game 6-0. Ronaldo scored all 6 goals, and he just made it look dead easy. He just ran past every single player. Like, they had like the Varans and the Joe Gomez's, like I've kind of got in the team, half of anyway. But he just made them look like 50 pace centre backs. He was that quick. For me personally, his shooting was phenomenal as well. I'd give the pace a 9 out of 10. The only reason why I give it a 9 and not like a dead certain 10 out of 10 is just more so because it's kind of to do with the pace, but not really. So on his give and goes, he's quick, but players like Gomez over here, Alejandro Gomez, he was quicker, but I don't know whether that's just down to like being more agile, the fact that he's a smaller player. Ronaldo's 6'2". It's probably got more so to do with that, but that was the only time I felt like he wasn't really as quick. But in all areas overall, he was really quick. So yeah, 9 out of 10 on his pace. On shooting, well, I mean, I played 4 games. I got 1 goal in 1 game, but the rest of them, so this started off as 8 goals in 3 games, 4 games and 10 goals, so that's a pretty good return. 2.5 goals a game. He did really, really well for his shooting. He's really good with the finesse shot. I don't know whether that's one of his traits. It's not, funnily enough, but he was incredible with the finesse shots. They were like 90% of the clips that you would have seen just before. I would have just, I don't know. There's no better players bar. I don't know, because I was gonna put Robin his SBC card, but Ronaldo's kind of like a both foot player. So whereas Robin's only 1-footed. Robin's really like FIFA 12 finesse shots, but Ronaldo's there as well. He's better than Robin, to be honest. So yeah, he's definitely that kind of caliber. He just made shooting and scoring really easily. Like, if he didn't score, he'd have a really good shot. The goalie would basically have to like put in a good ordeal to save the shot. He did have quite a few attempts though. There was one game where I had 12 attempts and scored 3 goals, but then again, I'm not the best finisher personally. I don't use time finishing and stuff like that, so really, if you had a better player playing with Ronaldo, then you'd probably find that there'd be 7 games and like 30 goals easily. I mean, I got that with this base card, so I don't know whether it's just because when I'm going for clips, I tend to just go for clips on that one player. So if I focused on the whole team, I would have probably got more goals with Ronaldo instead of just focusing on the player. But I did like that aspect of just focusing on the player, because I was able to just break him down easier. Every time I had the ball, it was like I could be like, okay, so his dribbling's like this and his shooting's like this. But as for shooting, I'd give that an 8.5. Moving on to his passing, that's the one area that I obviously bar the defending, because he doesn't go back because he's not a defender, he's a striker. But his passing was probably the one area that he didn't really try too much in. He had a really good pass on him when he needed to, so like his short passing and his distant passing that wasn't over the top, it was really precise. And with the L1 button, the way you can make a quick pass, they were always to the player. You sometimes can struggle with certain players to make sure that the ball goes to the one that you want it to go to, but with Ronaldo it was pinpoint. Of course, with the engine card on there, it did boost it up to what, 91, 92, so it was definitely I'd give that an 8.0. Yeah, an 8. I'd give an 8 out of 10 for his passing. His dribbling was probably the most potent thing on the card. It was just incredible. I'm not someone who skills too well. I can do the odd thing, but I'm definitely not one of them. But he did make me at times look like I was someone who's quite adapted with 5-star skillers. But as for the dribbling, it's definitely a standout stat. I mean, if you look at these in the areas that they should be. The dribbling, just ball control 99. You felt that. You felt the reactions. As soon as you wanted him to do a certain thing, he'd do it within 0.1 seconds. He was very agile, so of course he's got 99 agility. And basically all them stats are 99 bar the balance, which is 90. But I didn't really feel him go off balance too much because he was able to just shrug people off the ball. I mean, he's got strength of 90, so he was either able to just run away from them before they could even tag him, or he'd just muscle them away from the ball if he had to chest it down or header it away. He was there all the time. That brings us safely onto the physical. So the dribbling, 10 out of 10. On that physical stat, it says it's 88, but I found that he was incredible at that as well. He just muscled most players off the ball. The only players that he kind of struggles to get off the ball is anyone that's probably got more physical than him, and there isn't really that many people that you can come up against that's got more physical than 88 on a card. He did get out jumped once or twice in headers, but that might just be down to the positioning that he was in. So like from goal kicks, or whenever I didn't take corners with him when he was in the box, if he was the one that was supposed to jump for it, sometimes that's probably where his reactions didn't seem as solid. But at the end of the day, he's not meant to win every single header, otherwise it'd be a broken card. It is a broken card in terms of the pace and shooting and the dribbling, but for his physical stats, I'd give that one an 8 as well. His strength was incredible. He did have a really high jump. I mean, it's Ronaldo was going to, but he didn't always win them headers. That thing where I said being a little bit about stamina, now this card did go from minute 1 to minute 90 under that stamina, so 96 stamina is probably about right. I'd definitely give his physical a 9 out of 10, which basically puts me towards the overall verdict on the card. So in terms of how much he costs, which is 8.5 million at the time, is it worth that much? Now, for me personally, I've never had someone who's worth that many coins. I don't think many people really have, unless you trade or put money on the game. Not worth the coins, but if you're going to pay them coins, you're going to expect basically the best player on the game. I mean, he's 98 rated. There's not really anyone out there at the moment that's any higher than that or to that level. For 8 million coins, if you want to go out there and get him, then obviously you're gonna love it. For most, unless you're someone who sees 8.5 million and has that price tag on his head for the whole time he's in your club, then you might struggle to suffice that coin value. But for me, to be able to at least try him out, and especially because he's untradeable on this account, it's definitely worth it for me. Overall, the price to card value, if I had to give that out of 10, I'd probably go with a 7.5. It would be an 8 or a 9 even if he was, of course, cheaper for one. But I think it's also down to the fact that I like the base cards at this point in FIFA. I like, if I have coins, I'll either, I'm not really like the usual person who will get all the coins together, save them up and spend them on a card, because then you've always got that thought of what if the price on that card goes up or down. I like to do the squad building challenges, so the way Regan was mentioned earlier, I had Alessandrini, who I had to put into an SBC from the video yesterday. If you haven't checked that one out, it was a bit of an icon roulette pack anyway. Didn't really go to plan, but I'm not going to ruin it any more than that. You'd have to watch it yourself if you went onto my channel. But the actual Ronaldo himself is Team of the Year. Out of 5, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. It would be a 5 out of 5 if I could put that coin value on there, but definitely a 4 out of 5 because most of the aspects of his game were definitely one of the best cards I've ever used. And I've been someone who's been playing Ultimate Team since FIFA 11, so definitely more than experienced with this. Anyway, that about wraps up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the clips that I had of Ronaldo. I hope you enjoyed the verdict of the card. It's my first player review in a long time, so if I've missed anything out, please don't hesitate to put them in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new around here, because there's definitely going to be plenty more content to come. Have a nice night, guys. Peace.